The word barbarian comes from the Greek barbaros. It meant someone who doesn't speak Greek. Someone who sounds like they're saying bar bar bar. By the time Rome fell, the men leading the Roman army were barbarians. The men advising the Roman Senate were barbarians. The man who deposed the last emperor was a barbarian who had spent his entire career serving Rome. So when Rome fell to the barbarians, what exactly does that mean? By the 4th century, the Roman army had a problem. It was enormous, somewhere between 400,000 and 600,000 men, and it couldn't fill its ranks with Romans anymore. The population had been hit by plague. The decades of civil war had depleted the officer class. Frontier service was brutal, the pay unreliable, and Romans who could avoid it did. So Rome opened the doors. Gothic recruits, Frankish officers, entire tribal units, foederati, hired to fight under their own commanders, with their own traditions, technically serving Rome but loyal first to their chieftain. This wasn't desperation. Not at first. It was policy. A rational decision. The barbarian soldiers were often excellent, disciplined, fearless, experienced at exactly the kind of frontier warfare Rome needed. Stilicho, the general who defended Rome against Alaric's first invasions, was half Vandal. Aetius, the man who defeated Attila, grew up among the Huns. Odoacer, the man who ended the Western Empire, had served Rome for decades before he decided the emperor was unnecessary. These weren't outsiders attacking Rome. They were Romans, by service, by culture, by identity, who happened to have been born across the border. The problem wasn't that barbarians got into Rome. The problem was that Rome stopped meaning something specific enough for anyone to feel loyal to it. When a Gothic soldier could rise to general, when a Frankish chieftain could be made a Roman consul, when the emperor himself was a figurehead managed by men with Germanic names. What were you actually defending? A title. A tradition. A set of buildings. Not a nation. Not a people. Not an idea that anyone would die for. Alaric sacked Rome in 410 AD. He'd spent 15 years trying to be Roman. He wanted a senior military command. A formal title. Recognition. Rome kept promising. Keep delaying. Kept treating him as useful but not legitimate. So he walked through the gates. Not as a conqueror. As a man who'd been told he wasn't good enough, one too many times. The sack of Rome lasted 3 days. Alaric's men were largely Christian. They didn't burn the churches, didn't massacre civilians en masse. By ancient standards, it was almost restrained. The barbarians who sacked Rome lead.